Hey guys, I lost the intro to this video and went back to the 1979 Ford, and I did a few things. This video is part 2 of that series. There will be a part 3 coming soon. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and leaving comments below. Been a good time. Hope to have more of these videos like this coming to you soon. Enjoy it.
I'm gonna try to get these spark plugs broke loose. I'm not very confident that this is gonna happen. Oh man, not confident at all. Well, that one broke loose. It was torqued at about 5 million, but it did break loose. Sometimes working on this old stuff, you have a lot of trouble getting that out. Okay, well, that's interesting. That plug doesn't look. I expected worse. I'll put it that way. Wow, that came out pretty easy too. I was out here on the last video, I didn't spray these down. I didn't think really much about it. I didn't know that I was actually going to come back and mess with this truck. Honestly, I just didn't know if it were something I was going to do or not. I know it hadn't run in a long time. Come off of there. There it went. It's hard to tell. Looks like some of these wires may have been chewed and others may have been cut off. I don't know. It's kind of strange. They're all coming out loose pretty easy, I have to say. I'll get the rest of these plugs out and then we'll move on to this next step here. Got the plugs out on the driver's side here. We're going to try to get a little PB blaster down in it. Try to. That's probably enough. Well, come on now. About out of PB blaster. It's not a good thing. Bad thing. Wow, what the hell? Oh, well. PB blaster's giving up on me, y'all. I'm gonna turn the camera off. I think I might have to do a little cussing. I'll be right back. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it very well, but these plugs, the original Motorcraft, part number or plug number AWSF, I want to say 44C. Yeah, that's what they are. They actually don't look too bad. It's running rich, obviously, but still, I mean, this truck's been sitting since 1994 that I know of, and you know, I gotta say, I'm all impressed. So we're going to continue. This is from the driver's side, from the front back. I believe it's 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I think that's how the firing order runs on these. These are on the driver's side plugs. I was able to get some PB blaster sprayed down into the cylinders. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put these back before I leave. I want the cylinders to be soaking in PB blaster. Next step I'm going to do is get the other side out, and then I'm going to focus on trying to get this carburetor off, because it's locked up, froze up. I mean, to come out here and just try to pour gas down, it's not worth it. it's not worth it from the perspective of the, you know, it's not going to gain us anything. I need to get the thing off there, get it kitted, and then when we come back, we'll be ready to rock and roll. That's the plan. I'm gonna have to go ahead and shut this hood, and we should have done this already. I'm gonna shut this hood and get everything off the top of this truck before I mess with anything else, because it's just trying to fall down in there. Pretty dumb I hadn't already done it, but hey, I'm pretty dumb sometimes, so we'll get that done real quick, maybe, God willing. Barely reach it. I'm gonna try to get it all off. That stuff's caked on there pretty thick. Try to find a stick, I guess. Don't want to scratch the paint. Man. All right, looks like we have a busted windshield over here. I've seen worse, but it's just something to take note of, I guess. Something I didn't notice the first time we were out here. Maybe we'll be able to keep so much stuff from falling down in there now, I hope. Let's try this again. Much better. Much better. Still has a lot to be desired under here, but to start, I consider it's pretty good progress so far. I wasn't expecting those plugs to come out the way they did. But something I noticed in the other video, which has me kind of wondering what engine this is in this truck, is if you notice, this has a serpentine belt on it. A 79 model Ford would not have had this. So that's something that's interesting to me. So I don't know exactly what I'm dealing with here. If you happen to know what engine this is, let me know in the comments, because I guess I'm gonna look for some numbers on the block and try to figure it out. But I don't think that it would be. I'm almost positive this wouldn't be here, unless this has all been changed, which seems a little odd to me. I don't know. But we'll continue with the procedure here, and I guess I want to check the oil. I didn't do that in the last video. I should have done that before I messed with it, but oh yeah, it's got oil in it. You know, it's obviously black, and I don't see any signs of water now. That doesn't mean anything. Water can separate from oil. You don't necessarily see it. It's definitely black and definitely needs changed. I mean, I'm concerned that this oil cap's not on here. That bothers me quite a bit. But back to what I was saying. This D5 TEPA Motorcraft carburetor did come on the 351s from back in '79, and a lot of other vehicles too, but that would point to this still being the 351. But a ton of upgrades up here. I mean, I could be wrong. I guess I could look it all up, but it just seems weird to me to have a serpentine belt rather than individual belts running some of these things. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but anyway, moving on. It does have oil in it, and so that's a good sign. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to pop this cap off this distributor. It's a brand new button. I mean, yeah, it looks really good. Cap and button look really good. I believe this ignition system will probably work. I'm going to leave this off, but when I try to turn the engine over again, I'm going to watch and make sure this is spinning with it. Make sure there's nothing catastrophic maybe that happened on the cam gear or on the gear in this distributor, because I did notice some distributor parts in the seat. So I don't know. I want to make sure of that. Man, that cap looks good. All that's new. Makes me wonder why it's sitting here, you know. So anyway, that fuel line's wrecked. I don't know if this thing has a starter on. I don't know. Heck, that even is. I don't know what's going on here with the duct tape choke. That's something I'm not. I don't know. That's a little weird. You know, there's a lot here to take in, obviously. But hey, yeah, there's junk all in it. I was hoping that this linkage would loosen up, but it's not. If you remember the last video, I sprayed it down pretty good, but obviously that didn't do the number on this one. Oh, yeah, I can't move any of it. That's why it's better for me to just go ahead and try to get a lot of this stuff off the top and get this carb off, take it home, and work it through. This is going to be more of a long-term process with this truck. I'm far away from a parts store. It's not something I can just run and grab something, which is another reason why I'm trying to take this a little bit more in pieces and assessing as we go. But so far we have some good news. Those plugs didn't look too bad, and the oil didn't look bad. I mean, it needed changed obviously, but it doesn't look bad. Cap button I think would run right now, so that's not bad. While I'm doing this too, I just want to tell you how much we appreciate you guys subscribing and liking these videos and sharing them with your buddies. Do appreciate it. Yeah, these spark plugs actually look like they were pretty new before this truck was parked, which makes me wonder why it was parked. Start to lean more toward maybe a transmission issue or something. Something's happened. I'd like to know what it is, but I guess we will find out. Like I said, these plugs look absolutely great. Dang. Well, first one we haven't any issues with. It's not like big issues, but it's not coming out easy. Fighting me a little bit. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, some of these plugs are, I mean, they're rusted up on the outside, but to be expected, but they look pretty good. Well, we'll get that one in a minute. All of them out except this last one, and it'll probably be the worst. So yeah, the ones that had plug wires, or at least pieces of the plug wire still attached, and these plugs look new. I mean, it's a little odd, honestly. I did not expect that. But hey, we got them all out, and we managed to, or we're getting them all out and managing to do it without breaking anything, so that's a good sign. I mean, the gaps looks a little off on it, but not really too bad considering. You see, I see these random, like a random bolt, big bolt laying around, and just have no idea. Anyway, we're gonna get some PB blaster squirted down in these cylinders, and then I think we might try to crank the engine over one more time, see if it'll go full revolution then, and go from there. And then we got to get this carb off. Getting some in it. we're getting some in there. At least we're doing that. Not as much as I'd like. I'd like it to be spraying on now, but hey, we're doing what we've got. This is what we have to work with. So, all right. I'll just let that soak while we get the carb off. Carb next. Went to pull the linkage off here and it just easily popped off. We have 2 return springs here. We're just gonna pull them off like so. I'm gonna try not to lose the springs, put them back where they'll be easy to find and get to, and onward. It'd be cool if I could get a ratchet on, a socket on here. Let me see if I can do that. Probably gonna help me with the back ones, but it may simplify the getting these front ones off. And any simplification is a good thing. So, and what we'll do after we take this carb off, because it could be an extended period of time before I come back to actually try to work on this truck, what we're going to do, we're going to cover this intake up before we leave. And that way we can keep stuff out of it, or try to. But like I said, I have a feeling that with this oil cap being off, and I can see some stuff down in here, but that might be an issue. Last thing I want to do is start losing stuff. There's 2. I might. Yeah, it's going to be kind of tough to get on. Wrench it is. Get this piece of acorn out of there. This thing has fought me all the way here. It's harder than the spark plugs. Figure that one out. Everything else looks like the mice have already unhooked for me. Put it that way. Really doesn't look all that bad. It's pretty decent actually, considering. You don't want to drop anything down in that intake. If you do, you have to get it out. And that's no fun. That means the intake has to come off. No fun at all. Don't drop anything in here. And what did I do with that other one? Maybe it's still in it? Yeah, it's still in there. Alright, we'll get that out, get that bowl over there, and then I'm going to cover this up. Probably want to stick some plastic bags down in here. That's probably how I'm going to do this. And yeah, we'll see you in just a second. This battery's probably going to try to die on us here, but try to give you an idea of what I'm doing. I'm going to shove this down in here just like this. Now you have to remember that it's in here. You don't want to push it so far that you can't get it out. I got an old Doritos bag that I'm going to do the same thing with, just like that. And then I'm going to take some masking tape that I just actually happen to have with me. If not, I would have just stuffed some bags in here. And this might not stick like we want it to. This is nasty. Just doing the best I can to cover it. That's the idea. So yeah, the camera's going to go out on us here, guys. So I'm going to finish just getting this covered. And it's covered. It's not perfect, but it will work. So there we go.
This video is getting long, guys, so we're going to cut this one off. There'll be a part 3 coming soon. We're going to fix that carburetor and try to get that truck running. Hope you guys will join us. Thanks.